Adult Insights is brought to you by Yapo Dollars, the video-on-demand program optimized to earn you more. Many say that adult has become a saturated market. We asked whether or not there was room for newcomers in the business, and this is what those in the business had to say.
Definitely. I say that because daily there's more people getting computers and firing up those computers. There's internet connections that are getting to third world countries. The market is still expanding. It's going to expand, maybe not so much U.S. and Europe, but it's going to expand overseas in China and India. We're going to figure out ways to build better in those countries, and in South America as well.
There's always room for more models. There's never enough models, especially for a lot of sites want new girls all the time. The turnover rate for models is very fast. Girls, maybe the average girl stays in the business for maximum of 5 years. There are girls who love it enough that they do it for the rest of their lives, but most girls don't do it for more than 5 years. They come, they make their money, they get married and have kids and never speak of it again.
Always, always. 100% content, you know, is one thing that I have found, especially in adult, that the consumer wants more and more new. Also, there's an opportunity with the niches that we've got available here, because we've got probably 200 plus niches of very specific type of content that each and every one of those niches is probably right for development, you know, with the exception of teen and amateur and glamour. You know, there's maybe the top 5 or 6 niches, you know, that's the opposite. You've got consumers there where the majority of consumers like those top 5 niches, so if you're good at what you do, just like any other business, quality will always sell. If you can put out a quality product, there's a consumer out there that's ready for it.
Absolutely. There's no shortage of niches that have not been explored, new niches. The best is to invent your own niche that no one else is doing, and I guarantee you people will be into it and buy it. They may not have been into it before, but once they realize it's there, they'll want to see it.
The reason why I say there's enough room for more adult people is because there's a lot of adult people leaving the industry. As I mentioned before, there's an extreme high turnover of sales reps for affiliate programs and that. There's always room for people, as I said, that have integrity, who treat it like a business, and who look at models and talents as human beings. There are people that abuse this industry a great deal, and those people shouldn't be here. Just shouldn't be here at all. So yeah, there's always room for good people in this industry.
You probably won't find a specific course of study at the local university, but there are many paths that lead to a career in adult. Here are some of the ways that people wound up working in the business.
When I graduated school, I basically started with a research and development firm, basically looking at R&D and forward-looking for satellite communication and broadband wireless and all that. From that point, doing all the research and being online, I kept on bumping into porn sites, no matter what search term I was looking for. So I'm like, well, there's got to be money in this. You know, take it up as a hobby, started contacting people to see how I could get into it. Originally, I was looking at trying to build my own pay site and finding out where to get content. But this is, you know, 98, and nobody's really telling you anything. It's search and find your own. So I bumped into a couple of guys from overseas who were starting up a review site, pornradar.com, and I don't even know if it's still around. But they basically showed some quick ropes, and from that point, ended up going to work for another online company, which was a search engine marketing company, and I basically focused on the casino and the adult companies for search engine.
I got into adult back in 1999, 2000, doing amateur sites, and kind of progressed from there. Got to really know the business, got to network with people at the shows, and just offline and online. So that's how I met Rick and ended up at The Best Porn.
I was working for a mainstream producer, and he was crazy, to put it mildly. And I'd come to LA and I wanted to get back into writing because that's what I did. That's what I like to do. And you know, I was just surfing the web one day, and there's AVN, which I had been familiar with. I worked in an adult bookstore when I was in college, so I read AVN from time to time. I was like, oh, you know, this could be fun. And you know, lo and behold, Tom Himes actually gave me my first job, brought me into the industry. I was working for him.
I think like everybody, I was out of cash one day. I was trying to find myself a job. I went to a webcam studio. I didn't like it. I stayed there for 2 weeks. I met a girl. She introduced me to Photo-F, and after a year, everything was like happening too fast. I didn't expect that at all. Actually, I was planning to be a fashion designer, so this is way too far from where I was supposed to be. And yeah, I just met the photograph. He signed me a contract, and after a year, I just, oh my God, my butt is on the internet. So yeah, that's pretty where I am now.